Okay, guys, what's up? Not a lot going around here. My name, obviously, Pillage Montage. This is my first stream, so I'm a little bit, nervous. I've never done this before, so don't get on me if, well, I mean, you can get on me, whatever. I don't give a shit. Um, get on me if, I'm not doing a great job. Tell me, any points that y'all have. Um, anything that y'all like, really any advice that y'all can give me, um, it'd be great. I'd love it. Um, I say a lot, so I've already got to stop doing that. Okay, write that down. Stop saying quote. Okay, and I say like a lot, so a lot of people don't like that either. Stop saying like. Unless I'm comparing some, a couple guys. Anyways, so we're gonna start off, like I said, from uh, the early prelims all the way up until the the main card, all the way up until the main event, Jorge Masvidal versus Colby Covington, or should I say Colby Covington versus Jorge Masvidal? Uh, no, Jorge Masvidal versus Colby Covington, because Colby will be the higher ranked fighter, so he'll go out second. So we're gonna start out with our first fight of the night that hasn't been canceled yet. We don't know about. Who knows if it's going to get canceled? Who knows if it won't? We've already have two canceled bouts. Rafael FIZIEV dropped out of his fight versus Rafael dos Anjos, and Jessica I dropped out of her fight versus Manon Fiorot. So I hope someone steps up to fight Manon Fiorot. I think she's very good. She's a lot of potential in the UFC. I think, especially in the women's flyweight division, I think Manon Fiorot is very capable of being a title challenger. I really do believe that. I think she's very, very good, and I think she would have um, not easily defeated Jessica I, but I think it would have been relatively a one-sided battle for Manon Fiorot. And I'm a fan of Jessica I, so that says something. Anyways, starting off the night, a great card, absolutely great card. We have Justin Jacoby versus Michael. Um, Jesus Christ, how the fuck do I say this guy's name? Oleksiejczuk. Mikhail Oleksiejczuk. I still don't know how to say it. John Anik's like amazing at it. Anyways, so also y'all need to look up the ref. His name is Daniel Mohavedi. He looks like a fat John Anik. So just look that up. Just look it up. It's pretty funny. Yeah, so Mikhail Oleksiejczuk. I really hope I'm not saying that wrong for all the Europeans out there. I know you're very specific about that shit. But at the same time, I don't really give a shit. So yeah, Oleksiejczuk, he's constant pressure, dude. Constant pressure, constant pressure. When he went up against I forgot the guy's name, Zamgatov, the undefeated Russian. I mean, he was just pressuring him the entire time. Gamzatov didn't have any time to shoot a takedown. He didn't have any time to. He really didn't have any time to counter. It was just constant pressure, um, from from uh, Jesus Christ, what am I even talking about? Yeah, versus Gamzatov. Jesus Christ, I can't speak. Versus Gamzatov. It's constant pressure. He's very good in the clinch position. Although he doesn't like to clinch. He doesn't like to clinch. He just likes to get in your face and fucking punch you and, get you against the cage, and he's really good at getting guys against the cage. He's very good at it. Not a lot of guys are very good at getting other dudes against the cage. A lot of guys want to stand and bang in the middle, or they want to take you down. So it's one or the other. I think this fight could go really honestly either way, but I have mm, I have Oleksiejczuk. I think Oleksiejczuk takes this. Um, I just think his pressure is going to win him the fight. Um, doesn't like to clinch, so he's going to be punching a lot. So if Sal D'Amato's watching, he's gonna fucking score it for um, Oleksiejczuk, because Sal D'Amato doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about, what the fuck he's watching. I don't even know what he's watching. He's probably watching like Family Guy in the background. I have no idea. You always see that guy looking down. And Joe Rogan's even pointed it out. He said the judges are looking down at their phones, and lo and behold, it was Sal D'Amato. Who could have guessed? Sal D'Amato, the worst ref in the history of the UFC. Then again, I haven't been watching for too long. I mean, I've been watching since about, very consistently since about 2017. So not too long, about 5 years. Before that, I watched, I remember going to B-Dubs, Buffalo Wild Wings, with my dad, and we watched the GSP versus Jake Shields fight, which was a huge deal. And I didn't know why it was a huge deal, but it just became this huge thing around um, where I was living at that moment. I was living in Lawrence, Kansas, and I guess as you can tell by the background. Anyways, I was living in Lawrence, Kansas, and like you know, my brother and I have a twin brother, and we just said, we'd like to go and watch the fights, and because we had heard of Chuck Liddell, we knew who that guy was. Um, we heard of like Rashad Evans, Rampage Jackson, all the basically all the light heavyweights, before they introduced the other divisions within the UFC. So my brother and I really liked Chuck Liddell, and I remember we saw Chuck Liddell knock Randy Couture out. I think it was like their third fight, and we just for some reason, we just really liked Chuck Liddell. We liked his presence. We liked what he brought to the table. His the way he entertains people. He's a really cool guy, Chuck Liddell. And then the recent allegations of him with his wife, he was just defending himself. There's just like Chael Sonnen, just defending himself. I mean, you cannot make a passerby mention about some dude's wife when that guy is a fighter and can beat you and your friends up within 10 minutes on any given night. Chael Sonnen's he doesn't claim to be a, super tough guy, but Chael Sonnen knows how to street fight. He's tailor-made for street fighting. Taking down opponents, getting him on the ground, keeping his fucking head down, getting basically one guy at a time. What the fuck am I talking about Chael Sonnen for? Anyways, I look up to Chael Sonnen. He's like one of my idols. I fucking love that guy. I can't get enough of his videos. He's so funny. He says the same goddamn thing every time. Every time he'll make a video about the same thing. But I'll still watch it because it's Chael and he mixes the words up. Even though he's saying the same exact, goddamn thing, he's saying the same fucking thing. But I still watch Chael because he's entertaining. He brings the entertainment. Jesus Christ, I keep going on tangents, guys. I'm really sorry about that. My first stream, like I said, I'm very sorry. Anyways, Mikhail Oleksiejczuk, I think he wins via pressure. Doesn't like to clinch very much. Has a really good gas tank for a light heavyweight. And he, knocked out the undefeated, Gamzatov at UFC 267, which was a fun watch. It was early in the card. You think that this guy like Gamzatov probably is going to win, probably 9 out of 10 times probably, but Michael was like, nah, son. After that, we have Devontae Smith versus Ludovic Klein. Now, so Devontae Smith is used to short notice fights, right? Short notice, no problem. Whatever. He's a Gladiators of the Cage alum, dominated in that organization. Beat Justin James. I mean, he rearranged Justin James' face. Justin James' eye was here, and then it was like down here. And the doctor stopped it. I think it was an early doctor stoppage. I don't think it should have been stopped. I think Justin James had plenty of fight left in him, but you know how it goes. It's just that shit. It's the UFC. It's the UFC. So they don't hire those guys. It's an outside commission. I know who hires these guys to, be the doctors, be the officiators, the judges, all that good stuff. The only thing that the UFC hires is the ring girls, which I tend to like. But I think it beat Justin James. He has really good elbows in the clinch and popping out of the clinch. He can throw elbows when he like moves himself from the clinch. He's always a lot of good side to side movement from Devontae Smith. And he beat Justin James up, and he he just finished him he just slapped him just on the ground. It was what was this, like a year ago? But yeah, just like slapped him. He just like was like on the ground, like fucking slapping his ass. But I think with Devontae Smith, I think head movement is a really big problem for him. But he has very good high kicks, but they're very projected. He tends to switch stance and then throw the kick. He tends to switch up kick, and I think the other guy, especially at this level, is going to see that, and he's going to think, okay, I see that coming from a mile away. I don't think, I don't know. It's a hard one because I don't really know either one very well. I guess you could call me a casual, but I don't know Devontae Smith or Ludovic Klein very well. I know where they came from. I've seen a few of their fights, but I cannot tell you exactly what they excel at. But I do have Devontae Smith winning this. I have Devontae Smith winning. Um, I think he can take really good hits. Devontae Smith can. Um, he has good high kicks. They're very projected, but I think it's been almost a year since he's fought. So I think because what he does when he throws kicks is he'll be orthodox, right? And then he'll go, southpaw just so he can throw that kick. And you can see it. So it's so visible. It's so visible. Um, fuck, I can see it from my couch, I'm just a little bastard just watching from the couch, and I can see it, because he switches his stance. It's just his feet shuffle and then he throws the kick. Shuffle kick, you know what I'm saying? And I don't like that type of technique. But he has a very good left kick. And when he was fighting Justin James, his left kick disabled, like basically like nulled Justin James' attempts at the right overhand, which he was landing early on in the fight. But with that left kick, that left thigh kick, left calf kick, that really stops you. It puts you in your place, makes you like rethink, because that shit hurts, man. It hurts really bad. It hurts really fucking bad. It's not fun. Not fun to be on that side. Jesus Christ, it's been 15 minutes. I'm still in the first fight. I'm so sorry, guys. First stream. Um, anyways, Devontae Smith. I got Devontae Smith winning. He lost to Jamie Malarkey. Got pretty murked by Jamie Malarkey. But I do see Devontae Smith winning this fight. Probably by I don't think Ludovic Klein can take very many shots, so I see Devontae Smith winning this. Second round TKO. I think Devontae Smith is going to feel him out during the first round and finish him in the second round. Jessica Ai versus Manon Fiorot. Big bummer. I wanted to watch Ai fight because it's very fun to watch her win, and it's also very fun to watch her lose because she's Jessica Ai. She's very cringy. I don't like using that word, but she is. I mean, she's a very cringy speech giver. She's not very intellectual. Let's keep it that way. Neither am I, but Jessica Ai, she kind of has all this hate, towards her. She kind of has it. She's got it easy, if you ask me, because a lot of people could hate on her a lot more, but they don't. Well, I mean, a lot of the Twitter people with like anime avatars, anime profile pictures, a lot of them try to pick on her. But yeah, I just don't see that happening. I just do not see. I wouldn't if that fight were to happen. I think Manon Fiorot would steal the deal pretty quick, honestly. But that's all, conjecture. It's in the past. We can't say. Up next we have Tim Elliott versus Tagir Ulanbekov. I have Tim Elliott. I know it's surprising. The betting odds are against Tim Elliott, but I have Tim Elliott winning via decision, like he, as he does. He doesn't take out guys, doesn't go out there and knock out guys. He goes out there, gives his all, constant pressure. Listen, Tim Elliott, Tim. I mean, he has a great chin, a fucking really good fucking chin. Very underrated for flyweight. I mean, to have a good chin at flyweight, that's pretty wild. To have a good chin when you're at flyweight, because those guys get dropped at like the drop of you can tap them on the chin, or the wind can like blow a certain direction and they fall. So for Tim Elliott to have that type of chin against these guys is very special in my opinion. And I think a lot of people underrate Tim Elliott because he lost like what, 4 fights in a row, I think. He lost to Jesus, who was it? He lost to Askar Askarov. He lost to Brandon Royval, and he lost to Davison Figueiredo. That is a crazy lineup in flyweight. That is a crazy lineup. All those guys are ranked. All those guys are contenders. All those guys can compete with Davison. All of those guys. Every guy he lost to can compete with Davison. And I believe in time, Tim Elliott will be able to compete with those top guys. He's won 2 in a row after that 3-fight skid. Signed a new deal with UFC. So I see Tim Elliott beating Tagir Ulanbekov just with grind, really like just a little bit more significant strikes in each round. And if Sal D'Amato is on the commission, I think it'll be a split decision. Tim Elliott 29-28 beating Tagir Ulanbekov. I just don't see him losing. I just don't. You can correct me on that. Feel free to in the comments. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But I mean, I do a little bit, but anyways, first stream. Anyways, yeah, he's only lost to beasts. Tim Elliott has only lost to the best. I mean, the best. And men's flyweight is still a budding division, in my opinion. And I think if DJ was still around, I think Demetrius Johnson would still destroy everyone. I don't care what you say. He beats Brandon Moreno 10 out of 10 times. DJ beats Davison Figueiredo 10 out of 10 times. It's just how it goes. And they decided, oh, let's have Ben Askren and trade DJ away, whatever. We saw how that went. Although I do believe that, going off on another tangent, I believe that if Ben Askren had gotten that takedown at the very beginning of the Masvidal fight, I think he would have been a wet blanket on Masvidal, and I think he would have won. That's what I think. Via, decision, because Ben is not one known to finish fights, that's for sure. Anyways, moving on. We got Brian Boom Kelleher versus Umar Nurmagomedov. I don't know what Umar's relationship with Khabib is. I don't know if Khabib is going to be cornering him. I have no idea. But I see Umar winning, either by decision or by rear naked choke, which is, because that's just how he wins. It's how he wins. He wins by decision, or he wins by rear naked choke. That's, if you look at his past, that's how he wins. And there's nothing wrong with that. Grinding out a win is always, if you win, you win, I don't see Brian Kelleher winning, even though Brian Kelleher, he can go up to 145 and fight those guys and win. He beat Kevin Kroom, his last outing, which it's not saying a lot. Kevin Kroom beat Roosevelt Roberts with a nice standing up guillotine. He rocked Roosevelt Roberts and then just picked him up basically by the head, by the neck really, and just strangled him while he was wobbled, and got the bonus. So I really like Kevin Kroom. I really do like Kevin Kroom, but I just don't see. I don't see Kelleher beating Umar. I just don't see it. I think there's a reality where an alternate reality where Brian Kelleher does win, but I think Umar Nurmagomedov wins via decision or eventually a rear naked choke. That's what I think. Just my opinion. Now, we have a very debatable fight with sorry guys, with Marina Moroz and Maria Agapova. So, I remember when I saw Agapova just beat the shit out of this one girl. I don't even know who she beat. She just beat one girl in like the first round. Just beat the shit out of her. I thought she was going to be a force to be reckoned with, right? And then in comes Shayna Dobson, right? Shayna Dobson. I think she has like I think her record is negative, right? It's like 5-6, or it's really bad. I know that Shayna Dobson, she's she tries, and that's all you can hope for. But she beat she beat Maria Agapova. She embarrassed her. She got top mount and just wailed on her, And Agapova was gassed. She didn't have anything left. She put it all in the first round like an idiot. That being said, I do see Agapova winning via first round TKO with punches. I think she's gonna cut angles and get her opponent against the fence. I don't think Moroz has enough experience in the cage. Then again, I said the same thing a long time ago about Shayna Dobson. But Shayna Dobson she's tough. She's tough, man. She's tough. She doesn't win a lot, but she's tough. But I do have Maria Agapova winning this fight. So if you're going to bet, I would put your betting lines on Maria Agapova and Tim Elliott. I think if you just make that parlay, just the 2-fight parlay, I think you're going to win a lot of money. I really do. Next, we have Kennedy Njekwu versus Nikolai, Jesus Christ, Negu Mariano. I see Kennedy Njekwu winning versus, via second round TKO. I think he's going to fill him out during the first round. I see what's going on. But I think eventually, I think Kennedy wins. Kennedy has a really good guess. I just see him winning. I'm not really going to spend a whole lot of time on that one because I don't really care too much about it. But I do see Negu Mariano. He's a very good opponent, but I don't see Kennedy losing because I don't know. He doesn't lose to people like that. Anyways, we have opening or not opening. We have still on the prelims, which makes no fucking sense to me. We have Marina Rodriguez versus Yan Xiaonan. I think it's going to be a striking clinic. It's going to be very good. It's going to be very calculated. Both ladies know exactly where to hit, how to hit, when to hit, their timing. Both of their timing is so good, and they can drop each other with just the bat of an eye. I really do, but I don't think they will drop each other. I think it's going to be a stand-up battle. No one gets wobbled. They're just going to fucking fight, stand in the middle of the cage. And in my opinion, I think Marina Rodriguez is going to win, just based on her last few wins. I think she's going to win. Yan Xiaonan is also very, very good. I'm not saying Yan Xiaonan is bad at all. I think she's very, very good. I just don't think she has the strength to push Marina back. I think Marina is going to be the pressure. I think Marina is going to pressure her, and I think she's going to bring the fight to Yao Xiaonan. Marina Rodriguez is very good. Her striking is, I would say tied with the best in women's strawweight. I think she's very, very, very well-rounded, including her ground game. But her striking is so crisp, especially and I don't mean to sound sexist at all, for a woman, her striking is years ahead of a lot of other women. And it's just because women's MMA is years behind men's MMA because, women's MMA just wasn't a thing. It was a thing, but just not regarded very well by people. A lot of people saw women's fighting as, ugly girls versus another ugly girl. I do believe that if it were not for Ronda Rousey, I do not think women would be fighting in the UFC. That's just what I think. That's just my opinion. Just my little opinion no one gives a shit about. But I don't think without Ronda Rousey, without Miesha Tate, two very good looking women at the time, I don't think it would have survived. Kat Zingano, also very good looking, in my opinion. A lot of people, they don't know if they like the way Kat Zingano looks, but I think she's hot. Anyways, I do see Marina Rodriguez beating Yan Xiaonan via decision. I think it'll be 29-28. I think Yan will have a round. But I do see eventually. I just see as the rounds go on, I do see Marina winning relatively, not easily, but I do see her stumbling Yao, and I see Xiaonan not able to necessarily pick the pace back up against a very formidable opponent like Yao. This fight should be on the main card of the pay-per-view. This is ridiculous. For Jalen Turner and Jamie Malarkey to be ahead of Marina Rodriguez versus Yao Xiaonan for Spivak versus Hardy to be ahead of Yao Xiaonan versus Marina Rodriguez is ridiculous. I kind of understand coming from the UFC's business aspect. I can see why maybe they would want heavyweights in the main event, the first fight of the main event, instead of maybe like a women's strawweight bout. But I really do think that Marina Rodriguez versus Yao Xiaonan, I think that'll be fight of the night. I really do think it's going to be fight of the night. Um, and I think a lot of people are sleeping on that. And it's really disappointing, honestly, because the person who wins, Marina or Yan, either could win. I have Marina, but whoever wins, they could be fighting for the title. And for them to be on the prelims it's embarrassing to me, for the UFC, um, and to everyone like worldwide. Because Marina, you know, and Jan, they're just so good. They're very elusive. They're both fast. Um, they're just both strikers, man, and that's what you want to watch. That's what you want to watch in the UFC. Sure, I mean, yes, you love the technical abilities of wrestling and grappling and jiu-jitsu, um, but you really like to watch people hit each other in the face. It's I don't know what it is. Um, Maybe we're all descended from ancient Romans or whatever, but um, we just want to watch people get punched in the face. That's what we want to watch, and I think Marina beats Yan. Sorry. Jalen Turner versus Jamie Malarkey. This is a good one. Um, I think this is a very good end to the prelims, heading into the main card. I think it's going to be a good fight. This fight was actually supposed to happen 2 years ago, but it got canceled. I can't remember why, but it got canceled. But I do see I see Jalen Turner winning, or no? Okay, no, I changed my mind. I have Jamie Malarkey winning. Uh, yeah, I got Malarkey winning decision. A decision win. Jamie Malarkey versus Jalen Turner. I think Jalen Turner gasses out towards the end of the second. I think Jamie Malarkey capitalizes on that because I think Jalen Turner will probably win the first round. But I do see Jamie Malarkey after that coming out, guns a-blazing, second round, third round. Um, Like I said, it was a bout that was supposed to happen 2 years ago, so I think it's going to be a really good fight. I think these guys are both going to really bring it to each other. They've both had some losses, in the recent past. Jalen Turner lost, to a guy higher up on the card. Um, but yeah, I have Malarkey by decision, um, and I think it's a great way to end the prelims. First stream, guys, don't make fun. You can make fun of me, actually. I don't give a fuck. Make fun of me. Make fun of the way I look. I don't give a fuck. Anyways, then we have Spivak versus Hardy. Greg Hardy to start the main card. Wow. What a way to start the main card, huh? Two guys who are going to stand at distance from each other and try to hit each other. And I don't see either of them landing a shot because they're both so. I think they both have Down syndrome or something, or they're both autistic. Greg Hardy cannot handle his hands, especially against a woman. Got him. Boom, roasted. Uh, Greg Hardy cannot close distance. We've seen that against Volkov. He can't wrestle for the life of him. I mean, the guy played American football, played in the NFL. For those of y'all you know, not from America, I guess the NFL is American football. You throw the ball, whatever. Um, he was very good. He was an all-star. He was went to the Pro Bowl. Was very good at football. Very, very good. Made millions. And then he got caught beating his wife or whatever, beating some girl. And the UFC let him in because they like people who punch. But I do see I don't know why I see Greg Hardy winning. I don't know why, but I see Greg Hardy winning. I don't know why. Sergey Spivak is also very shitty. I think they both suck. I don't know why this is on the fucking main card. I don't fucking know why. It should be Marina versus Jan. Shannon in this slot. I Why the hell not? I got Greg Hardy. Whatever. I don't know. Greg Hardy. Bet on it. Do it. Next fight we have a. They both suck. They're just both terrible. Anyways, I got Kevin Holland. Next fight, Kevin Holland versus Alex Cowboy Oliveira. I think Kevin Holland wins relatively easily via first round TKO. I really think he's going to win with punches in the first round. Alex Oliveira, he, in my opinion, he was never very good. But at the same time, he's beaten some guys you wouldn't think he would beat. But I think Kevin Holland, he's been training at various gyms throughout the country, out of the country. He went to AKA, trained with DC, trained with Habib. Well, I'm not sure if he trained with Habib, but I know he did train with DC. I do know that. So I know that his wrestling has gotten better, and that's been his downfall in the UFC. Kevin Holland is his wrestling. Lost to Vittori. Vittori just laid on him like a wet blanket. Very boring fight. Everyone just kind of like lays on Kevin because they know that standing up with Kevin is not a good idea. So I understand. I mean, obviously, I understand why they would do that. Why they would just lay on Kevin. It makes a lot of sense. But I do think Kevin Holland wins. First round TKO versus Alex Oliveira. Alex Oliveira, a lot of people don't know this, but Alex Oliveira got grenaded. A militant in his country put a grenade in his car and exploded, and he had to recover from that. I don't think a lot of people know that. And ever since then, he's been just a different fighter. And I don't even think before then he was very good. But after that, I mean, I don't even think I don't think he's won a fight, guys. Yeah, I don't. He hasn't been the same since then. Since I heard about that, so I do see Kevin Holland winning very easily. I think he wins very easily. I think this was a fight set up by the UFC to give Kevin Holland some shine because they wanted him to fight a striker this time, not a wrestler. Although I think Alex Oliveira he has very good grappling skills, but I think if Kevin Holland is able to knock out Jacare Souza from the ground, I think he can do pretty well against Cowboy Oliveira. I think Kevin Holland wins that with relative ease. Honestly, like to be completely honest with you, I think he wins. That's just it's gonna happen. Bet on Kevin Holland. Put $100 on Kevin Holland. You'll win, $50. Next we have Dos Anjos. The co-main, we have Dos Anjos, Rafael Dos Anjos versus who knows? Who knows? No one knows now. As I made this video, no one fucking knows. Or as I'm making this video, Islam Makhachev offered to step in on short notice, which would be fucking dope, actually, because I said right after Islam Makhachev beat Bobby Green, I said Islam does not deserve the title shot because he beat Bobby Green, and Bobby Green fought 2 weeks ago, 14 days prior, got the fight offered to him 9 days prior, and you could see at the weigh-ins, his face was still swollen. I mean, it was still swollen. You could see one eye was a little bit puffier than the other eye. Yeah, I mean, you could see it, and not just that, just his entire face. I love Bobby Green, and I do respect him very much for stepping up and offering to fight against a one of those Dagestani wrestlers who just, I mean, dude, they're just on a different level. They're at that high altitude. They pick you up, they throw you down, they keep you there. There's no getting around it. There's hardly any getting around it. I mean, they pick you up, they put you down, they keep you there. It doesn't even matter if you're against the cage. It doesn't matter if you're against the cage. They're so big. These guys are. I don't want to say weight bullies, but I would. I do want to say it, but I'm not going to say it. Um, I'm going to say it. They're weight bullies. Islam Makhachev and Habib. I think we're both weight bullies. Habib never fought at 170 because I think he knew he would have gotten his ass whooped. Um, I truly do believe that. I truly do believe Khabib did not go up to 170 because he knew Colby or Kamaru, Marty from Nebraska was gonna fucking destroy him. That's what I think. That's just my humble opinion. Um, I keep going on tangents, guys. I'm really sorry about that. Again, it's my first stream. I'm not very good at this, obviously. I do think if Islam is if he somehow I'm sure that I know actually I know the UFC would let him. Um, if the UFC lets him um, fill in on short notice and he beats RDA, which I do think he will. Uh, RDA's grappling isn't that great. He likes to keep it on the feet, likes to pressure, but when Islam gets you to the ground, dude, it's curtains. But I do think that RDA has better takedown defense than Bobby Green, but at the same time, RDA doesn't have the same offense as Bobby Green. I think Bobby Green has a better offense than RDA, and but I think RDA has a little bit better defense. So if Islam Makhachev really decides and isn't just bullshitting to fight RDA, I do think Islam wins. I think relatively easily. Now here's my favorite fight: Colby versus George. Colby versus Jorge Masvidal, right? It's what we all want to see. We all want to see it. We've all wanted to see it for like 3 years. Ever since Colby won the belt from Rafael dos Anjos, well, he didn't win the belt from him. He won the belt by beating Rafael dos Anjos. I think Colby wins. A lot of people aren't going to like this, what I say. Colby wins 50-44 or 50-45. They might not give him a 10-8 round, but these days, refs tend to give out 10-8s a lot more than they did, say, 5 years ago. I'm not sure why that is really, but the criteria of judging has changed, I guess. And I do see Colby winning. I think he ragdolls Jorge. Although I think Jorge, his striking has developed a lot, even since the Darren Till fight, especially since the Wonder Boy fight. He went to the jungle, did that reality TV show, came out and knocked out Darren Till. So, I think he really hated it over there in that reality TV show envelopment that it enveloped over him, and then he came back over, and just knocked the fuck out of Darren Till. It was crazy. I thought Darren Till was gonna win easily, but nope. Jorge had a great. He just stepped to the side, bop bop, left. Then the left knocked him out. The right was just extra, super necessary, as he says. But I do see Colby winning 50-45. I just see Colby going out with the pace. I think he's going to, as soon as the fight starts, I think he's going to go to the center of the cage, meet with Jorge, and then just push Jorge back. Just keep pushing him back, keep pushing him back. Get him against the cage. I think Jorge's going to try, a lot of shit against the cage. Maybe try a Superman punch. Try throw some bows, off the cage. But I see Colby ducking under all of that and just, double legging like he did against Robbie Lawler. I'll be right back. I gotta take a piss. I'm sorry about that, guys. Again, first stream. So sorry about that. Make fun of me. I know. Super unprofessional. Getting up to take a piss. I'm very sorry about that. With that being said, I can't edit this shit. It's a live stream. With that being said, Colby 50-45. Like I said earlier, I think he just takes him to the ground. Like he did with Robbie Lawler, he's gonna strike with you for a little while. He's going to think that he's going to trick you into thinking that he's going to strike with you, right? Which is what he did to Marty in the second fight. And then he took Marty down. They didn't count it as a knockdown or a takedown, but I mean Marty was on his hands and knees, so if it were my criteria, I would say that's a knockdown or not a knockdown, a takedown. Anyways, I do think Colby wins relatively easily. I don't see Jorge having much for Colby other than his very crisp and fast striking. I know that Jorge has Bo Nickel over at the gym trying to help him. But then again, he's had Bo Nickel in his corner trying to help him for the Usman fight. Did that work? No, no, it didn't work. It didn't. And a lot of people will say, "Oh, but he defended 9 takedowns." Okay, great. But what about the other 6 takedowns that Kamaru got on him and kept him there? It doesn't matter if you defend a takedown. You can defend as many takedowns as you want. If the guy gets you down, you're gonna stay there because against a guy like Marty, you're not gonna get up from that. You just aren't, unless you're Colby. That's it. That's it. That's the only person who can get up from a Kamaru takedown. That's it. It's just Colby. Everyone else is just there. You know, the welterweight division, the men's welterweight division is so lopsided. It's Marty, Colby, everyone else. That's what it is. And I really do like both fighters. I like Jorge. I like Colby. I like their antics. I like the way they promote their fights. I like the way they talk. I like their vernacular. I like the way they speak. But just something tells me that Jorge, there's just no way he wins. And please comment and help me out on this. But I just don't see Jorge winning. I just don't see it happening. And that's tough. I know for a lot of people to understand, or for people to like listen to, because a lot of people don't like hearing another person say that their favorite fighter is going to lose. So I understand where you're coming from when you say, like, fuck you, Masvidal wins, KO, Street Jesus rises from the ashes. Uh, you know, but I on the 7th day or whatever. But no, um, I see Colby in that first round striking with Jorge. I really do think that first round is going to be a striking affair. The first round I see being a very logistical striking battle clinic between these two. I think Jorge is going to hit harder, but I think Colby is going to hit more. That's what I think. Um, Jorge is going to go out there with reckless abandon. He has nothing to lose. What does Jorge have to lose? He has, okay, the BMF belt. It's not a real belt. Nate Diaz made it up. But if he loses, he has to give that BMF belt to Colby. They're both from the same. They both live in Miami. They both trained at ATT. There's a lot of bad blood there from ATT and Colby. And Dan Lambert didn't even want Jorge to come back. Jorge just kind of bitched himself back into the conversation of being into the gym. No one in the gym said shit. But Jorge kept texting and calling Dan Lambert and saying, "Hey man, I should be third in line for this gym. If y'all were to die, I would be third in line." Like, George, you're not that special, dude. Like, I get it. Like, they trained you, and Colby came in there to train you, dude. Like, do you remember that? Like, why they recruited Colby? They recruited Colby so that Colby could beat people like you, so that you could beat people like Colby. You know? Anyways, I don't see this. I see it going to decision, but I can also see Colby grinding out a very tough TKO win over Jorge Masvidal. There's not a world I see Jorge winning this fight. I think he can win the fight. Maybe 1 out of 10 times. I really think maybe 1 out of 10 times I see Jorge winning this fight. But if you've seen the footage of them in Jorge's apartment, at the gym, really anywhere, it's always Colby dominating and just talking shit while he does it. And he just talks mad shit, like, while he's just fucking throwing Jorge around, like, in their apartment, like he's a little kid, even though Jorge, and this is a great fact actually to put up, Jorge is 37 years old. Jorge is 37 years old. Now, Colby's in his early 30s, going into his mid-30s. I understand that. They're relatively close in age. I do understand that. Jorge is older than John Jones. Jorge is older than almost the entire welterweight division. Jorge is the same age, I believe. Jorge is the same age as Bisping when Bisping got knocked the fuck out by Kelvin Gastelum. And he really got toasted by Gastelum. And dude, fuck Bisping, seriously. Like, on another tangent, on another thing, fuck Bisping. He's a terrible analyst. The Izzy Adesanya versus Whitaker 2 fight. My God, I wish even Joe sucks, but man, God, I wish Joe was there. Jeez. It was just Michael talking about himself at 185. Like, oh, if I was here, I wouldn't be doing this or whatever. Wow, Adesanya, my word. Adesanya. His footwork is so good. And I think he was very biased towards Adesanya because I think he knew that to unify the belt, he was going to have to fight Robert Whitaker back in the day. Well, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. But, I don't think, and Bisping, a lot of people don't know, Bisping ducked a lot of guys during his career, especially during the latter end of it. He ducked Jacare. He ducked Yoel. Everyone knows he ducked Yoel. Everyone knows that. But we don't talk about it. Why? Why? Because it's Michael Bisping. He's in the Hall of Fame. Never did steroids. I respect that. But Michael Bisping is he's just a big old baby. I don't know. And if you ever go out or if you ever go at like at Michael Bisping, his fans are like so loyal to him. They're so defensive, and so is he. And I think that's where they get it from. Or that's why they like him, is because he's so defensive, as are they. Anyways, yeah, Colby 50-45. And Bisping is a terrible commentator, and along as being an analyst, he's just very biased, very terrible. Anyways, guys, yeah, I don't know why I ended it by going off on a rant on Michael Bisping. Sorry about that, guys. It's okay. I say a lot too, so I gotta stop saying that, huh? So 3 words I gotta take out of my vocabulary is and like. So, anyways, yeah, Colby 50-45 over George. I don't see George winning a round unless he drops Colby. That's the only way I see George winning a round, is if he drops Colby. Other than that, I think Colby wins pretty. I mean, I don't want to say easily. It's not an easy fight. It's not an easy fight for anyone to fight George. George is very well rounded. He has very, very underrated takedown defense. But against Colby, a guy who's going to level change on you, box you, level change, box you, level change, box you, level change, it's just inevitable. Jorge is going to get taken down. Although Jorge is very, very good. Just one of the best middleweights on the planet. But it's Kamaru, it's Marty for Nebraska, Colby. I think they're the same. I think Colby won their second fight. That's just me, guys. I think Colby won their second fight. It's not because I'm a white guy. It's not because of that. I don't even think the first fight, I don't think it was an early stoppage. I think Colby was going to, eventually get knocked out. But the second fight, unanimously, I think it was 3-4-5 Colby. That's my opinion. Feel free to disagree with me in the comments. Anyways, guys, this was my first stream. I know it was pretty fucking awful, and I apologize for that. But I promise, the production value will, it'll get a lot better. I'm gonna buy a microphone. I'm gonna buy an actual PC, not just my laptop. My background, it's gonna be a little bit better. Not just showing off like how much I like Kansas, Kansas athletics. It's gonna be a lot better, guys. This is my first endeavor into YouTube, and I just wanted to give my thoughts about the fights, because I think this upcoming card it's gonna be absolutely great. It's gonna be a fantastic card. There's gonna be a lot of knockouts, a lot of submissions, a lot of really good fight of the night candidates. Maybe fight of the year. I really do believe that Yan Xiaonan versus Marina Rodriguez. I really do believe that will be fight of the night, if not fight of the year. Just like we got with Ji Yeon Kim. She beat the shit out of that other girl. Cochetta or Cochetta? I think is her name, last name. Looked like a rotting pumpkin after that fight. The Asian girl looked fine. Ji Yeon Kim. Anyways, god damn it, I keep going off. Anyways, guys, thank you if you watched. I don't think hardly anyone did. But please give me criticism in the comments. I'm totally open to it. And I would love to have you guys just give me criticism, because I know I did a lot of things wrong. I know I didn't do everything right. If there's anything right that I did do, please tell me I did that right, and then criticize me for something else. so that I can just make everything right. I want everything to be very good. I want this to be a good stream. I want people to watch. I want y'all to engage and tell me what you really think, and especially on my um, about my takes. And they're not great takes. They're not highly educated takes, but it's what I think. Um, I watch the World Series of Fighting. I watch Cage Warriors. I try to keep up to date on those guys going into debuting in the UFC, but it's very hard to keep up with everything. It's very hard because I work, and it's hard to keep up. It's very hard. So if you guys have any recommendations, any topics you'd like me to cover, um, I have no idea. Really, just any recommendations, like literally anything. You can say whatever. Tell me to kill myself, whatever. Um, I would really like your guys' opinions. Um, what do you guys think about Colby versus Jorge? Do you guys really think Jorge is going, like? If you really think that Jorge is going to win, I would really love an analysis of that. I would love for you to like comment and say how you think Jorge is going to win. I would love that. I don't see it happening. I see Colby coming away with the W, not really doing much for his career because Jorge's number 6, Colby's number 1, so it's obvious that Colby is going to have to fight another guy or two before he gets another crack at the title. Um, I think if he beats Jorge Masvidal, which I do believe he will, I think he'll fight unless Gilbert Burns fights Hamzat. I think he'll fight Gilbert or Leon. I think those are the fights to make at welterweight. And I think Colby destroys Leon, and I think Colby beats Gilbert. That's my biased take. Please leave a comment, like and subscribe, all that good shit, or don't. Dislike this video. I don't, whatever, guys. I just made this for fun. I wanted to do this just as a thank you to all the other streamers who I watched the UFC along with, and yeah, it was a good time. So if you have anything to say, I would love to hear your criticism in the comments. I know I just keep going on and on, so I'm just gonna end the stream. I'm really sorry about that, guys. Please let me know in the comments. Just tell me, say, "Yo, Pillage, dude, that was shitty. You suck," or and then add on to that, by telling me what I could do better. Um, anyways, guys, Village Montage out. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I guess I'll do a stream tomorrow. I'm just gonna keep streaming. Honestly, it's fun. I can just talk to myself, um, which I do anyways. So whatever. Um, hope y'all have a great night. Let's pray for Ukraine. Let's hope they all get out of there safely. Let's fuck Russia up. Yeah. Anyways, Colby 50-45, 50-44. Jorge could win around, so it could be 49-45, 49-46. Colby, I think there's a very good chance Jorge wins the first round, but I don't think he will. So I think Colby 50. I think Colby wins every round. Comments below, please. Like and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. It really would mean a lot to me if y'all liked and subscribed. Because I really am a big fan of the UFC, of Bellator, of ONE FC, Rising, Glory, all that shit. Man, I love watching all of it. So, and I can do prediction videos on those ones if you guys would like to. But I feel like the UFC is the most mainstream promotion to watch. It's very easy to get into, very easy to stream, very easy to watch, since they have that deal with ESPN. So yeah, for the 18th time, please comment down below. Leave a like or dislike, either one. If you like the stream, like the stream. If you didn't like the stream, please put a dislike down below. And please, if you put a dislike, please just criticize me and tell me what I did wrong and tell me how I could do it better. I'd really like that. And I know I can do better by not going on 5-minute tangents about Jessica fucking I, who no one gives a shit about. But yeah, I'd really like it, guys. Anyways, pillage montage out. Y'all have a great night. Sleep well. Good night and good morning.